presentations that we've done so far on the TomTom, on the iPad 2, on the Xbox Connect, and so many more. Let's move on then to our final item. Here is your Acer, the Acer Ultrabook. Now, this is something that has been heavily requested, and I'm thrilled that we're able to finally bring it today. This weighs £3. I'm going to start there because I think it's the most important feature. When you first receive this and you pick it up, yeah, you will be blown away. Aaron and I have held many a laptop, which sounds kind of weird. But Aaron, I've certainly never felt a laptop, an Ultrabook, as light as this.
It's out of this world, Adam. I'll tell you guys, and you've heard me say this before on HSN, I have a 13.3-inch computer. This is the exact size computer that I carry with me everywhere I go, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Features first, though. This has Core i5. Do you realize that? Not just is it an Intel computer, not just is it a dual-core computer, it's Core, thank you, Core i5, which means hyper-threading with turbo boost technology. So for your high-definition video, for your high-definition pictures, for downloading things from the web, nothing but nothing does a better job in a small form than this. A 320 gigabyte hard drive. Out of this world for this size, this price, and this weight. I'd love to go back to those features and just kind of finish up running down that feature page for you guys, because you really got to know. 4 gigabytes of RAM, the most RAM we've ever done in an Ultrabook. A 13.3-inch high-definition widescreen LED display. It's less than an inch thick. High-def webcam and Windows Home Premium, over $250 worth of additional software. Why do you want an Ultrabook? Number one, they are the word right now in computers. Why? Because they're small, they're portable, but they're more powerful than the desktop computer you have at home. Yeah. Unless you have a super powerful, unless you have a jaw-dropping desktop at home, this little guy, which is 0.7 inches thick and weighs 3 pounds and goes with you everywhere. Can you imagine what it's like to travel with this summer? I can, because like I said, I have a 13.3-inch computer, and I'll be very frank with you. I thought, well, is that screen size going to be too small? Because I could have got a 13.3 or a 15-inch. It's perfect. And here's why it's perfect. Because it's LED backlit. So when you look at that screen, that does not feel like a small screen. It's sort of like when you have a television that's 1080p resolution, that's really high resolution. The television feels like a higher resolution. By the way, that video is from the Pentax camera that I know a lot of you are still picking up. That's 1080p video from the Pentax camera. So yeah, sharing your video on this. This has an SD card slot, so you can pop in and then read all of your videos, all of your photos. Of course, Wi-Fi connection, high-definition webcam. We're going to show you the drive capacity. I know we're just flying through things here. The drive capacity on this 3-pound computer with a 6-hour battery life, you can download 80,000 of your favorite songs, 380 hours of DVD quality video. That is a ton of video, or 38 hours of high-definition video, over 64,000 photos to go along with your new Pentax or any of the cameras that you have. The other thing I would love to do is show you guys the additional software, because, Adam, $253 of additional software come along with this.
That's the bonus. These are not trial versions. These are the full versions, like Family Tree, for example, like Page Plus, all the things that you want to be able to do. That's a desktop publisher for you. You want to have fun with photos, you can do that. Learn to cook, we're going to do that as well. This is all as a bonus. Now, a couple of things just to pick up on top of the software that Aaron said. This is the 13.3-inch size, which everybody wants now. But it has that Core i5 processor inside, not Core i3, but the Core i5. This is the next generation. This is the upgraded version, and I gotta tell you, it's mind-blowing. Now, on top of all of that, this is 4 gigabytes of RAM, this is 320 gig hard drive, so you have all the technology like in a full-size desktop in an Ultrabook. Now, with everybody dialing in fact, Mr. Paul, our wonderful producer today, would you mind showing everybody? We only have 183 now left, so that's before complete sellout.
This is my only presentation, by the way.
There's none
I don't know
left.
if there's any other overnights, but this is the only one that I'm doing.
Look how light this is. I'm holding it like it's like nothing.
It's 3 pounds.
It's nothing.
Even you can handle it. It's 3 pounds. It looks, did you guys see the beautiful brushed metal? You talk about making an impression, honestly, whether you're at the coffee shop, whether you're anywhere you are, anybody would love this computer. So a couple of things about it. Light, on the go. We have I think we have some Core i5 B-roll that we can show you. The thing about Core i5 is it hyper-threads. So it takes each of those dual cores, because it's a dual-core computer, but it's like having a quad-core computer. I'm going to say that again. It's like having a quad-core computer because it hyper-threads each of the cores. This is a great way. I love this graphic. Watch this graphic for a minute. It's sort of like having, and I need to invent this, a dual spigot milk pourer, because you can do each brain or each pitcher, if you will, can do two things at one time. I can't do one thing at one time. It can do two things at one time. So those two cores, it becomes virtually a 4-core computer. So it runs nearly 100% faster, almost 100% faster than your single-core computer. That's a huge deal. At a price like this, I'll tell you the truth, I spent more than double, and I've had mine for a couple years now, I spent more than twice this for my computer that's about this weight, that's exactly this same size.
Yes.
If you want a value, you want the computer that everyone's talking about, and you don't want to sacrifice on power. Plus, Adam, I can't believe you got these kind of Flexpays on an Ultrabook, because I picked up one of, you know, that USA style paper that you get, you know, if you stay in a hotel. I picked one up the other day, front page, very front page of the electronics section, Ultrabook, 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 and how everyone's picking them up because battery life is finally as long as we want it to be, and power, we can get as much power finally as we've always wanted into something this small.
We'll deliver it for $169 on Flex. So to Aaron's point, anybody out there that has a major credit card absolutely can do the FlexPay. Son or daughter going to college or university, it's yours. There is something about you using this, touching it, feeling the precision engineering, seeing the deluxe craftsmanship that's gone into it, but on top of all of that, it's realizing that it's not just another laptop. It's 3 pounds in terms of the weight. There is nothing to it. Everything you want to do, it's going to be able to do because it's a Core i5 processor. It's like your full-size desktop in the teeniest, tiniest form. Now with everybody dialing in, about 95 left, counting everybody on the current phone lines, we sell a lot of great laptops. Each one has its own individual benefits. Something like this we only bring to air during an innovations event because, Aaron, it gets no more cutting edge than this in our hands, and that's why it's our finale.
It was October of last year that we had an Ultrabook last time. It was our last innovation event in October of last year. Just to review, you guys, because you have to understand, it's a small body, it's a light body, but my goodness, is it a lot of power. That Intel Core i5 processor, so, you know, it's not even the beginning of the i5, it's the Core i5. It's sort of that mid-range, very high-end i5 processor, 320GB hard drive, so a huge hard drive in such a light computer. And we see you coming. Please be patient with us. I mean, of course, we're busy on a computer like this. 4GB of RAM, 13.3-inch, which I said, personally, that is the exact, I wish I could pull it out of my bag right now. That's the computer I carry with me everywhere. I love that size of computer because I travel a lot, so I love the lightweight of the computer. Only 0.7 inches thick. In fact, to my recollection, this is the thinnest Acer that we have done. High-definition webcam, Windows Home Premium, of course. The other thing with Windows Home Premium, I'll just mention as I show you, I'm scrolling through. I've got several dozen programs running here at the same time. Thank you, Core i5. That's Core i5 and 4GB of RAM that allows you to run all of that at the same time. This also has Windows Starter Edition. I'm sorry, it's called Windows 2010 Starter Edition.
Yes.
What it is non-expiring versions. This is a huge extra value. Non-expiring versions of Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. So there's a small advertisement in the bottom right-hand corner of them.
That's all.
But the vast majority,